We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Jackson now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Jackson, and that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that. Let's go. Get out. Get out. Here we go. 46. Here we go. 46. 26.
First down, Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throw left side complete. It's Contra. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The give is to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
4 down, check, 4 down. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, right?
They'll run with Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Williams, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now Jackson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, it's Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there. Got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
46.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cox. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Ravens. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Gone!
Here's Jackson on third and long, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go, let's go, get out, get out.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, Why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Patriot! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Jackson on 2nd down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
No. Check. Patriot. Go. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Detroit!
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey. We got 3. Three down. Close, 89. Watch 89. 6 down. Check.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They're going to look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
4 down. Check.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Over!
He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys add on. And while that's his 2nd rushing touchdown, 3rd total, he did have the receiving TD earlier.
He creates a matchup nightmare all the time, doesn't he? If you pull everyone in trying to stop him running the ball, split him out or get him out of the backfield and throw the ball to him, he can hurt you either way very, very well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Jackson. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Jackson going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Arlington. The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it. But it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Out, 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 out. Hey, watch that, watch that. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now to throw on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Rashad Perriman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Let it well, and it's picked. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On the counter, Elliott. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll run it here. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back up, Philly. Here we go.
Jackson to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
We got 4. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. Check. Check. Go. Hey, 20. Run to the hut.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Receive. Let's go. Ready. Play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Quickly with it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Tannehill. Brought in left side by Snead. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hey, 20. So.
Again, Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Cowboys, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.